Hello, welcome to Eremos 10 Minutes to Reflect video series. I'm Dianna Amorde, Executive Director of Eremos, here to invite you into this weekly timeout or opportunity to step back to refresh your spirit, center yourself, and clear your mind. The theme this week is the age of discernment. With the rise of the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, and the ease of creating fake news or editing that twists thoughts and ideas, it feels like this time of chaos is calling us to develop our discernment skills or our ability to listen for guidance from a higher power. Author Parker J. Palmer said, "Discernment is key to every wisdom tradition. It's about sorting out the stuff of life, the experiences we have, the people we walk with, the signs and signals we pick up, by asking good questions about their meaning and importance in the living of our lives." So this idea of discerning the signs and signals, paying attention. When you see something, you read something, you hear something, taking a moment to pause, and if you're able, close your eyes. Check in with your inner guidance, whatever that means to you. Does this feel right? Do I have a good feeling about this? Is this something I should trust and believe in, take the next step? Or do I need some additional information? Maybe this is something I need to double check what others are saying, or if this is accurate. And as we develop our sense of discernment and ability to very quickly read the signals from inside, this doesn't have to be a long, drawn out, or arduous process. It can be very quick, and we learn to trust ourselves, learn to trust our connection to the divine, however we define it. It's going to be guiding us every step of the way. In fact, Bill Crawford, speaker, he says, "A process for discernment is God is my ultimate source of truth and wisdom, and dwells forever at the center of my being. Therefore, any thought, emotion, or action that takes me further from my center can be neither truthful nor wise." Any thought, emotion, or action that takes me further from my center can be neither truthful nor wise. And so these two quotes are linked. They may say it very differently, but part of the process of discernment is really understanding what matters most to you, who you are, and what feels right to you. It may not be true for someone else. It may not be true for you 6 months from now, but in this moment, what feels true and right and worthy of engagement? And if it's a thought, emotion, or action that takes you further from that center, your high heart, your inner knowing, lots of different words for it, but getting that sense of this feels true. This feels true to me. So critical. And author James O'Day says, "Be courageous and face this moment in time consciously and with all the discernment and clarity within your power." I don't know when he wrote this quote or in what context these wise words were offered, but don't they feel perfect for this time that we're living in right now, when we're really being challenged to discern what's true? Be courageous and face this moment in time consciously. Don't check out. Don't ignore the inner signals telling you something's off or something is right. Don't hand over your power to someone else. Be courageous and face this moment in time consciously and with all the discernment and clarity within your power, which turns out we have a lot of ability there. We just have to work this muscle. We have to remember to pause and check in and start to develop our comfort level So you may not be perfect at it right now. You may miss out on some opportunities, but it feels like now is the time for all of us to really work to hone our gifts and our skills of discernment. And the poem I chose today to kind of complement this is one of my very favorites. It's called Made from Bone by author and poet Mark Nepo. And one of the reasons I love it is because it really gets to the heart of discerning and knowing what matters, and that this is critical when you understand what matters to you. It helps you clear away what's real and what's not for you in the moment. So this poem is featured in his book of poetry, Reduced to Joy, and I'll read it through twice as always, and then we'll pause and take roughly a minute of silence. And as always, feel free to stop the recording and pause longer. Maybe you need more time to consider what it means for you to embrace this age of discernment. Made from bone. When I can be the truth, it grows more and more clear when it is necessary to tell the truth. That is, when I have access to the place within me that is lighted, I don't have to speak heatedly. I can just give away warmth. When I am still enough to brush quietly with eternity, I don't have to speak of God. I can just offer peace to those around me. A tree grows so it can convey wind. It is not the wind, and a person grows in order to convey spirit. They say that animals recharge their innocence each time they hoof the earth, and we are reborn each time we touch what matters. In this age of AI, in this age of destruction. In this age of chaos, and we're trying to move to an age of discernment. Touching what matters is critical. So let me read this through a second time. Made from bone. When I can be the truth, it grows more and more clear when it is necessary to tell the truth. That is, when I have access to the place within me that is lighted, I don't have to speak heatedly. I can just give away warmth. When I am still enough to brush quietly with eternity, I don't have to speak of God. I can just offer peace to those around me. A tree grows so it can convey wind. It is not the wind. And a person grows in order to convey spirit. They say that animals recharge their innocence each time they hoof the earth. And we are reborn each time we touch what matters. Let's take some time to consider what really matters. Thank you. As you move back into your day and week, may you remember to touch what matters and come back to your center so you can discern how to engage or not with what's before you. Until we connect again, take good care.